Yes, good evening, USA, Canada, worldwide, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, creator, host with the most, unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're rocking with Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, episode 69. All right. Live and direct from StreamYard, YouTube, and alongside of myself, it's the Instagram live feed. Make sure you turn on your notifications for updates and for when the episode's going to be dropping. So the episodes are going to be dropping on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I may switch it up to like maybe 3 days. I'm not too sure yet. But anyway, man, you're new to the channel and you miss any previous episodes, new and the latest previous episodes, please go ahead and tap that subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so you can be reminded when the show goes on the air via live stream and the time that it's going to start recording. And leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and the topics that's going to be discussed. And I will handle the rest of the audio streaming platforms at the end of the show. All right, so in today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the discography of Bobby Valentino. We're gonna be reviewing Ambulance finally. I can't believe Wale's in that movie too, and we got some other stuff to go over as well. So first and foremost, um let me cut to the chase on mental health checking for a sec. Now, as far as how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually so far, well, for overall, overall, mentally, physically, and spiritually, with the amount of, you know, with the amount of time off, as far as like days off actually, which actually helps, and physically and spiritually and mentally, overall, I am doing splendid. So there you go, right there. Now we could go into a little thing that I like to call music Kool-Aid. All right. And the first thing we're going to be reviewing today is Bobby Valentino's actually Bobby V. He changed his name. We're gonna get into that in a sec. So let me just find that. Here we go. And also, happy 4th of July weekend to every single one of you out there, man. I'm gonna be doing a little something before I even close this episode out in regards to some fun places for you Long Islanders out there and the people in New York as well. So I got y'all, so don't worry. Um all right, so Bobby V. Here we go. All right. Um And by the way, he was featured in a versus show recently alongside with Sammy and alongside with Ray J and Pleasure P from the group Pretty Ricky. Only because um only because Amarion and Mario were late as usual. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that on my other show, off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast to explain why they were late though, man. Because I already said that it reminds me of Lauren Hill, so I'll elaborate on that on my other show. So don't worry about that right there, man. Anyway, man, so Bobby Marcel Wilson, born February 27th, 1980, better known by his stage name Bobby V, also known as Bobby Valentino, is an American R&B singer. He was first a member of the R&B group Mr. in 1994 before signing to rapper Ludacris through his label imprint Disturbing the Peace under Def Jam Recordings in 2005. Bobby V's first single as a solo artist, Slow Down, released in February 2005, peaked at number 8 on the Billboard's Hot 100 chart. The single was certified gold by the RIAA and became the lead single for his em- eponymous debut album, which peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and had a follow-up single, Tell Me, featuring Lil Wayne. Yeah, Tell Me is like one of my favorite tracks right there. Of course, he was born in Mississippi, um, and origin Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, so yeah. So his next album, Special Occasion, was released in May 2007 and warranted success from its second single, Anonymous, featuring Timbaland. He has charted 3 number 1 albums on Billboard's U.S. top R&B chart since 2006. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Bobby Marcel Wilson was born on February 27, 1980 in Mississippi. He later moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Growing up, Wilson listened to Michael Jackson, Tony, Marvin Gaye, Jodeci, and the Isley Brothers. Those were the artists that inspired him to become an R&B singer. Wilson entered the music scene in 1996 as a member of the R&B youth quartet Mister. At this time, using his real name Bobby Wilson, the new teenage R&B group released their first record under the production of Organized Noise. Um, the group released their self-titled debut album, which produced the hit single Blackberry Molasses. However, the album did not follow in the same success, and despite a second album being produced by Tim and Bob, it was never released. Due to management issues, the group split in 1997. Wilson later enrolled at Clark Atlanta University, majoring in mass communications. While in school, Wilson continued to record in his free time in hopes of one day returning to the stage. Um, Bobby Valentino was released in the spring of 2005 through Island Def Jam Records and Ludacris, Disturbing the Peace label, and was certified gold by the RIAA, selling over 708,000 copies in the United States. Primarily produced by hitmakers Tim and Bob, his first single, Slow Down, became a top 10 hit on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and a number 1 R&B single on the Billboard R&B singles chart, receiving a large amount of radio and TV airplay. Also in 2005, he joined Bow Wow, Omarion, Marcus Houston, B5, I don't know who that is, and Pretty Ricky on the Scream Tour 4. After the success of Slow Down, he released a second single, a remix of his song Tell Me, featuring Lil Wayne, produced by Tim and Bob as well. The album's third and final single, My Angel, was released in the fall of 2005. However, it gained little popularity. Gearing up for the release of his 2007 sophomore effort, Special Occasion, Bobby V released the album's first single, titled Turn the Page, with mixed reviews. His second single, Anonymous, featuring Timbaland, was released on April 9th, 2007. Overall, the album received positive reviews from critics and audiences. He later returned to his his peer appearing on the debut episode of MTV's Once Upon a Prom, which aired on May 19th, 2007. Of course, 2008 and 2009, new label and the rebirth. In early 2008, Bobby V confirmed that he was no longer signed to either Def Jam or Disturbing the Peace. During an interview with DJBooth.net, he stated, "The decision to leave the label was totally mine. I sat down with Ludacris and Shaka Zulu, and I explained to them that it was time for me to venture out on my own. They had no problem with it. They are cool with it. No beef at all. Around the time, around this time, the British musician Bobby Valentino brought in action against Bobby V, then billed as Bobby Valentino, and his then record label Def Jam for passing off trademark infringement and breach of contract in relation to record sales, recorded content, and artists' live performances. Due to the poor album sales of the second album, Special Occasions failing to reach gold or platinum sales, Bobby V was reportedly frustrated with the album's delays and less than expected sales, culminating in his decision to leave the labels. Although business ties have been severed, Bobby V maintains positive relationship with CEO Shaka Zulu, Ludacris, and the Disturbing the Peace Def Jam staff. In April 2008, Come With Me was released through digital outlets and featured the single Another Life. In July 2008, 3 months after being dropped from Def Jam Recordings and leaving Disturbing the Peace Records, Bobby V signed a new deal with EMI, which will house his imprint Blue Collar Dreams. In regards to the new label, his manager and co-CEO of Blue Collar Dreams, Courtney Colt Love Stewart, stated, Blue Collar Dreams is the start of a new business venture for anyone who has taken the blue collar approach and worked extremely hard over time to make an impact in their communities, achieve greatness, and make their dreams come true. In addition, Bobby V announced the release of a new album titled The Rebirth. When asked about his powerful new album, Bobby V stated, I have been blessed to be in the music industry for over 10 years, and my past endeavors have been great learning experiences. Now I have the opportunity to step out on faith and use the knowledge and experience that I have gained to my career to the next level. The Rebirth was released on February 10th, 2009 under his new stage name Bobby V. The album's first official single Beat featuring Young Jock was released via iTunes on October 7th, 2008. In the fall of 2009, Bobby V performed under his new alias at Rutgers University Hot Dog Night. V's third studio album features production by Tim and Bob Raphael Sadiq, Lost the Maestro, and Big Fruit. Bobby V released his fourth studio album, Fly on the Wall, on March 22nd, 2011, and the first single was Phone Number, which features rappers Plies and was produced by Jazzy Faye. In December 2010, Bobby V released his second single, Words, off of Fly on the Wall. In February 2011, Bobby V released his third single, Rock Witcher, a remake from Bobby Brown's 1989 album Don't Be Cruel. Grab Somebody, featuring which features rapper Twister, was his fourth single. Bobby V later appeared alongside rappers Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne on the song Sex in the Lounge from Minaj's second album, Pink Friday Roman Reloaded. In May 2012, Bobby V released the first single from his album Dust Till Dawn, titled Mirror, which features rapper Lil Wayne. On October 16th, 2012, Dust Till Dawn was released. The album sold 50,000 copies in the first week. In April 2013, Bobby V announced that he was working on a new project, Peach Moon. The first single from Peach Moon was Back to Love. Bobby V released Peach Moon on December 10th, 2013. On January 28th, 2015, Bobby V was featured in a single released by Gotti called I Need a Girl. In January 2016, Bobby V made a partnership with Michael Cashapp to aid in media direction, investments, and management. Also in 2016, he released the soundtrack to the BET film Hollywood Hearts. In September 2017, Bobby V signed a new label deal with Sono Recording Group, distributed by Universal Music Group. The label reunites him with record producer and A&R man Tim Kelly, who co-produced his 2005 debut Disturbing the Peace presents Bobby Valentino. The new album, um, Electric, which was produced entirely by Tim Kelly. Yeah, Tim Kelly. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it was pronounced by Tim Kelly. Um, yeah, Tim Kelly was was released on March 9th, 2018. The album debuted on the Billboard R&B album chart at number 7. Electric includes a collaboration with Snoop Dogg on the album's first single, "Little Bit," and of course the discography. Of course, obviously, yeah. Okay, so um, some awards and nominations. Urban Music Awards 2009 Urban Music Awards for Best Male Artist. 2009 Urban Music Award for Best R&B Act. He won that. NAACP Image Awards for Outstanding New Artist. He got a nomination. Soul Train Music Awards. 2006 Best R&B Soul Mingle Male Slow Down nominated. 2006 Best R&B Soul or Rap New Artist got a nomination as well. Vibe Awards 2005 Realist Video Pippin' All Over the World got a nomination, and BMI Awards 2005 Song of the Year. Slow Down also won. Okay. Now we go to Now we're gonna go to a little thing called the Chillax Man Cave Popcorn Lounge, and what we're going to be reviewing today is Ambulance. Now I can't believe, like I said, I couldn't believe Wale was in this movie, so here it is. All right. So, Ambulance is the next thing we're going to be reviewing today. So, Ambulance is a 2022 American action thriller film directed and produced by Michael Bay, a co-production between New Republic Pictures, Project X Entertainment, and Bay Films. It is based on the 2005 Danish film of the same name by Laurit, by Lauritz Munch Peterson and Lars Andreas Peterson. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Ya Yaya Abdul Mateen II, and Isaac Gonzalez, and also and follows two adoptive siblings turned bank robbers who hijack an ambulance and take two first responders hostage. Oh boy. Yeah. The budget was $40 million, but in the box office it did $51.7 million. Interesting. That's interesting. Ambulance first announced in 2015 went through several crew changes years before it entered production. In 2020, the COVID-19 slamdemic halted Bay's plans to shoot a different film, so he agreed to come on board to direct. Film Filming took place in the midst of the slamdemic in downtown Los Angeles with cinematographer Roberto De Angelis. During post-production, editing was completed by Pietro Scalia, and the musical score was composed by Lauren Balfe. The film premiered in Paris, France on March 20th, 2022 of this year and was theatrically released in the United States by Universal Pictures on April 8th. The movie underperformed at the box office, grossing approximately $51 million worldwide against a $40 million production budget. The story drew some criticism. The film received praise for Bay's direction and the action sequences. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the whole. I'm not gonna get into the whole plot. Y'all welcome to look for that for yourselves. The crazy part is, now I didn't know about this though. Hold on. Yeah, as I said, so the whole cast goes like this though. So Jake Gyllenhaal, um, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, Isaac Gonzalez, Garrett Dillahunt, Keir O'Donnell, Jackson White, Olivia Stambulia, Moses Ingram, Colin Woodell, Cedric Sanders, A. Martinez, Jesse Garcia, Jose Pablo Cantillo, Wale Fullerin. I can't believe he was in there. Devon Chandler Long, um, Rendazzo Mark, Victor, um, Victor Goj Kaj, Briella Geyser, and Brandon Miller. Now, the marketing. The first trailer was shown at CinemaCon on August 25th, 2021, and released online on October 21st, 2021. It featured a cover of the song California Dreaming, sung by Bobby Womack. The Hollywood Reporter compared the footage to Heat and Training Day. And Deadline Hollywood noted the rapid rhythm that Big does best. Entertainment Weekly said if the film looked like pure chaos thanks to a lot of quick camera cuts, loads of gunfire, a high speed ambulance chase, and Jake Gyllenhaal doing the absolute most with his bank robber character. A second trailer was released on March 24th, 2022. It featured the song Sailing by Christopher Cross. And Entertainment Weekly wrote the latest trailer for the chaotic heist gone wrong film is peak Michael Bay with everything you could possibly want from an action flick. The film was marketed as a counter-programming option for older male moviegoers. Pre-sales for the film trended ahead of Lionsgate's Moonfall, which had a larger budget. Excuse me. Sean Roberts from Box Office Pro said Universal had done a fine job reaching its target male audience with significant promotion during major sporting events over the past few months. According to iSpot, Universal spent $33 million on television spots promoting the film, which generated 819 million impressions across the United States. Commercials were generally aired during sporting events such as NFL and NBA games, college basketball, and the Winter Olympics, as well as reruns of The Big Bang Theory. All right, reception. So the box office, Ambulance grossed $22.3 million in the United States and Canada, and $29.4 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $51.7 million. Sheesh. In the US and Canada, Ambulance was released alongside Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and the wide expansion of Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was projected to gross between $8 to $14 million from 3,412 theaters in its opening weekend. In a box office preview piece, Variety's Rebecca Rubin said the comparatively lean production budget could soften the blow in the event the film doesn't connect with audiences. The film made $3.2 million on its first day, including 700,000 from Thursday night previews. Um, it went on to gross $8.7 million in its opening weekend, finishing fourth at the box office. Men made up 62% of the audience during its opening, with those above the age of 25 comprising 77% of ticket sales, and those above 35 comprising 49%. The F the ethnic breakdown of the audience showed that 38% were Caucasian, 29% Hispanic, and Latino Americans. Um, wait, yeah, African Americans, 22% African American and 11% Asian or other. Deadline Hollywood's Anthony D. Alessandro noted the reluctance of older male audiences to return to theaters and said, when it comes to action films in today's cinemas, it's the superhero films that have it all. Everything else is B rated. Damn. Oops. B-rated. I'm not too sure what that means, but anyway, they've stolen the air away from something something as standard as Ambulance. The film made 4.1 million dollars in its second weekend, 1.8 million dollars in its third, and 1.2 million dollars in its fourth, before dropping out of the box office top 10. Rubin deemed the film a box office bomb, citing its release in a crowded marketplace. Lukewarm reviews the effects of the COVID-19 slamdemic on movie-going habits and the action genre's steady decline in popularity. Outside the US and Canada, the film earned $4.4 million from 35 international markets in its opening weekend. It made $6.6 million in its second weekend, $2.8 million in its fourth, $1.4 million in its fifth, $1.8 million in its sixth, and $572,000 in its seventh weekend. Critical response on the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes: 69% of 232 critics gave the film a positive review, with an average rating of 5.8 out of 10. The website's critical consensus reads, at top speed and with sirens wailing, Ambulance comes riding to the rescue for audiences facing an emergency shortage of Michael Bay action thrills. It is the highest rated film directed by Bay on the site, as well as the second to hold a fresh rating alongside The Rock, 1996. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 55 out of 100 based on 55 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A minus on an A plus to F scale, while those at PostTrack gave it a 77% positive score, with 61% saying they would definitely recommend it. Bay's direction was well received by critics. John Nugent of Empire said the filmmaker's tribute to the emergency services is noisy, messy, and frequently absurd, yet still somehow his most gleefully entertaining effort in at least a decade. The Independent's Clarice Laurie said it was as exhausting as it is exhilarating in the way you both expect and desire from a Bay film. Frank Scheck from The Hollywood Reporter and Danny Lay from Financial Times also described it as exhausting, while Scheck called it a decently premise B movie stretched out to an interminable 136 minutes. Lay said it was hard to resist, and the audiences would miss Bay if he vanished from the Hollywood menagerie. Kevin Marr of the Times wrote, "Everything here is Bay squared. It's a film that simply does not stop." The story and performances received some criticism. The Rap's Robert Abel said Gyllenhaal's acting was unconvincing and over the top, and that Abdul Martin's character was poorly conceived good guy in over his head. He also said Bay's addiction to confusion and pointlessness as operating visual narrative principles keeps this from being in any way plausible. No, excuse me, pleasurable. Hold on one second here. Who just came in? Okay, Black Podcasting. Shout outs to you. Thank you. Um, yeah. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? All right. Where was I? Yeah, pleasurable. A.O. Scott of the New York Times was positive about the performances, but found the story predictable. It all ends up pretty much where you expect it, where expect it will. But the actors do a good job of seething and emoting under pressure. And Gyllenhaal does a volatile, charming sociopath thing that isn't as annoying as it might be. Tim Grierson, writing for Screen Daily, said the film spotlights Bay's visual panache alongside his considerable storytelling weaknesses. Um, the Guardian's Peter Bradshaw said Ambulance has everything except actors giving a decent performance as believable characters in a workable script. The Evening Standard's Charlotte O'Sullivan said the film picks up once the characters enter the ambulance, and that the B movie Gyllenhaal and Big have cobbled together it is genuinely diverting. Okay. You know what the movie Ambulance reminds me of? It reminds me of two movies. Takers, The Town, actually more than two movies actually. It reminds me of Takers, it reminds me of The Town, and also it reminds me of Speed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sure, it may not have done well in the box office, but it got I can't front though. It did get creamed by Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which made more money than Ambulance, man. I hate to say this, man. Yo, what the hell, man? Like that's crazy right there, man. Somebody here call an ambulance, man. That shit is so fucking crazy right there, man, for me right here. And yeah, we're gonna go to the video game chamber. Yeah, let's go to the video game chamber right here. Let me get the sound effect queued up right here, man. All right. Pac Man is the game that we're going to be reviewing today, actually. And for those of you who may not know or may not remember the video game Pac Man, Pac Man is a Japanese video game franchise created by Toru um Iwatani, the father of Pac Man, but published, developed, and owned by Bandai Namco Entertainment, formerly Namco. Entries have been developed by a wide array of other video game companies, including Midway Games, Atari, and Mass Media Incorporated. The eponymous first entry was released in arcades in 1980 by Namco and published by Midway Games in North America. Most Pac-Man games are maze chase games. However, it has also delved into other genres such as platformers, racing, and sports. Several games in the series have been released for a minute of home consoles and are included in many Namco video game compilations. Okay. Pac Man is one of the longest running, best selling, and highest grossing video game franchises in the history. It has seen regular releases for over 40 years, has sold nearly 48 million copies across all platforms, and has grossed over $14 billion, most of which has been from the original arcade game. Hang on 1 second. All right. The character of Pac Man is the official mascot of Bandai Namco and remains one of the most recognizable video game characters in history. The franchise is seen as important and influential and is often as a representation for 1980s popular culture and video game as a whole. And of course, of course, yeah. So in Japan, it was released May 22nd, 1980, and North America, October 1980. So, okay, release years by system 1980 arcade, 1982 Atari 2600, March, see Pac Man, Atari 2600, Atari 8-bit in June, Atari 5200 in November. 1983 in television in October, Apple II, IBM PC Booter, VIC 20, Commodore 64, TI 99/4A. 1984, ZX Spectrum, Nintendo Entertainment System, MSX, 1990 Game Boy, 1991 Game Gear, 1999 Neo Geo Pocket Color, Game Boy Color, 2003 Mobile, 2004 Game Boy Advance, 2006 Xbox Live Arcade, iPod Classic, 2007 Virtual Console, 2010 Windows Phone 7. And and yeah, and I'll get to Miss Pac-Man in a couple of seconds. So let's just get to so okay. So along with some stuff, it was also released in 1993 by Sega Genesis and SNES. 1994 Game Boy, Game Gear, 1985 CDI, and 2008 Wii. Short for Nintendo Wii, folks. Yeah. And puzzle games similar to Tetris. Gameplay is similar to Cosmo Gang the Puzzle, an arcade game released in Japan. CDI and Japan Game Boy versions released as Pac Panic. Super NES version released on the Wii via Nintendo's Virtual Console was remade on the Japanese exclusive Namco Anthology for PlayStation. Um, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventure, um, was released on September. No, was 1994 Super NES and Sega Genesis. Of course, known in Japan as Hello Pac-Man. The original Pac-Man is also included, but is a Super NES recreation of the NES version. The Super NES version also includes Miss Pac-Man. The Genesis version includes an exclusive extra game called Pac Junior, not to be confused with Junior Pac-Man. Pac in Time. Release years by system 1985, Super NES, Game Boy, MS-DOS, Mac OS. It is a reskin of Fury of the Furries. Shit. 1999 PlayStation, of course, Pac-Man World. 2004 Game Boy Advance. Um, the original Pac-Man is also included. It was released on the PlayStation Store in Japan and North America. And yeah, I'll get to Miss Pac-Man in a sec. So let's just It's a whole bunch of Pac Man games, man, that um I'm probably not gonna get to, but um I'm probably not gonna get to it, but let's see. Yeah. Okay, Pac Man Adventures in Time was released for in 2000 for Windows PC. Okay, and Pac Man and the All Stars also. Hold on, Miss Pac Man Quest for the Golden Maze was released in 2001 for Windows PC. Pac Man All Stars original release date was 2002 for Windows PC. It was only released in North America, and European and Australian releases for it were canceled. Yeah, Pac Man Fever. Um, for GameCube and PlayStation 2 in 2002. Pac Man World 2002, 2002 GameCube, PlayStation 2, Windows PC, Xbox, 2005 Game Boy Advance. The original Pac Man Pack Attack enhanced version. Pac Mania and Miss Pac Man are included as unlockables except for the Game Boy Advance version. Many copies of the GameCube version of Pac Man World 2 were also bundled Pac Man versus. The Game Boy Advance version has completely different levels due to the system's limits. Um, okay, I'm not gonna go through all this. Most likely, I'm going to save these for a future episode. So let me just get to the compilations. Yeah, this is crazy. Um, okay, yeah, let's get to the compilations. Okay, look, yeah, so Miss Pac-Man Galaga, class of 1981, original release 2000 for arcade, an arcade game that features Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, with the original Pac-Man being included as a secret game. Pac-Man Collection, um, original release North America July 13th, 2001, and December 7th, 2001. Um, Japan, January 11th, 2002. Release years by 2000 by system 2001 Game Boy Advance, 2014 Wii U Virtual Console. A collection for the Game Boy Advance that includes Pac-Man and Pac-Mania Pack Attack and Pac-Man Arrangement, developed by Mass Media and published by Namco. 25th anniversary for Pac-Man arcade machine um, was released in 2005 for arcade, an arcade cabinet that includes Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, and Galaga. Um, okay, all right. Let's go to iOS and Android games. Okay, so Pac-Man has many games on iOS and Android. Pac-Man Remix, released on July  21st, 2009 for iOS. A port of the Namco Museum Battle Collection version of Pac-Man arrangement with all multiplayer features removed. Damn. So Pac Match Party original release date, um, June 10th, 2010, um, for iOS, a puzzle game where the player would clear out ghosts, fruits, fruit, and presents. And Pac-Man Reborn, August 2010 for iOS, a virtual pet simulator that was made to coincide the 30th anniversary of Pac-Man. It was only available in Japan. Pac Chain was also released September 2nd, 2010 iOS, a puzzle game where the multiplayer would tap on groups of colored ghosts. 2010 iOS for Pack Attack. October 14th, 2010. A demake. Demake. Oh shit. A demake of the game of the same name, which used graphics from the original Pac Man arcade. Pack and Jump, also released on April 7th, 2011 for iOS and Android. It was a game. It was a game where you tilt the device to help Pac-Man bounce off platforms to reach the top. And Pac Chump, um, April 21st, 2011, also released years by system. 2011 iOS, Android, and Kindle Fire. It was another Bejeweled style game like Pac Match Party, but it was featured only ghosts without fruits or presents. You slid the ghost instead of tapping, and there was buttons that turn quadrants of the puzzle. Yeah. Um. Okay. So you got all this going on. So also haven't been released as iOS applications are ports of the original Pac Man and Miss Pac Man, Pac Mania, and Pac Man Championship Edition. Emulated versions of the original Pac Man and Pac Land are included in the defunct Namco arcade application for iOS and Android. There was also a Pac Man themed Twitter application for iOS devices, the Pac Man Live wallpaper application for iOS and Android devices, the Pac-Man Watch Face for Android Wear, and Pac-Man moving stickers for iOS in July 2015. Pac-Man Championship Edition DX was released on both iOS and Android. Both versions were discontinued in March 2020. Sheesh. Okay. All right. All right, let's get to Miss Pac-Man. All right. Let me see how much time I got here. All right. Okay, Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness is a 2000 maze chase video game developed by no, excuse me, developed and published by Namco for the PlayStation. It was later released for the Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and Game Boy Advance, a remake of Miss Pac-Man. 1982 players controlled the titular character in her quest to stop a witch named Mesmerelda from stealing the gems of virtue. The game was well received upon release, with critics applauding its simplicity and faithfulness to the arcade original. A sequel was in development around 2006, but was canceled for unknown reasons. Okay, gameplay. The player must navigate a series of mazes with Miss Pac-Man. Along the way, she encounters such obstacles as moving blocks, exploring boxes, and locked doors. To help her, there is Pac Dot Radar to locate missing dots the player will need before being allowed to reach the next section of a level. Placed about the maze are such devices as spring tiles, switches, keys, hearts to regain her health, and power pallets used to allow Miss Pac-Man to eat all the enemies in the area for a limited time. As the players progresses, they must eat yellow dots scattered about each area. Once they have eaten enough of these, a door will open, allowing them to reach a new section of that area. Each area has its own number of dots, as well as snacks such as fruit and pretzels. Yum. If the player can get all these, as well as reaching the exit of the areas, they are rewarded with a gold star once an area is beaten.
The player can also play it again for a time trial, Gold Star, and Gold Clock. Earning enough stars will unlock various features such as bonus rounds between some levels and a movie player to watch the game's animated scenes. Each enemy and item that the player eats gives them more points, which can earn them additional lives as well as allow them to unlock other features. After beating the two in game bosses, the Green Goblin and the final boss Mesmerelda, the player receives the Witch's Key, which allows them to unlock various locations in the earlier areas. However, the game requires the player to beat the bosses twice in order to see the game's ending. The multiplayer mode allows up to 4 people to play simultaneously. The original arcade version of Miss Pac Man is freely playable as an option on the main menu, similar to how the original Pac Man arcade game was freely available on the main menu of the 20th anniversary Pac Man World game. This was not included in the Game Boy Advance version. Okay, we go to the reception. Um, so aggregator of game rankings for Dreamcast 72%, Game Boy Advance 55%, Nintendo 64 74%, and PlayStation 80%. Metacritic 73 out of 100 for Dreamcast, Game Boy Advance 63 out of 100, and 64 73 out of 100. Now, review scores of publication. All game gave Dreamcast 4.5 stars. N64 4 stars. PlayStation 4 stars. SNET Game Sensor gave Dreamcast 7 out of 10. EGM gave Dreamcast 8.5 out of 10. N64 8.17 out of 10. PlayStation 8.5 out of 10. Famitsu for PlayStation 23 out of 40. Game Informer 8 out of 10. 7. Yeah, excuse me. Dreamcast 8 out of 10. N64 7.5 out of 10. PlayStation 8.25 out of 10. Game Fan for N64 78%. PlayStation 89% and 82%. Um, GameSpot 6.9 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, 6.8 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. That's for Dreamcast, Game Boy Advance, N64, and PlayStation. IGN 7.6 out of 10 for Dreamcast, N64 7.5 out of 10 for N64. PlayStation 8.3 out of 10. N64 magazine, N64 72%. Next generation, 4 stars for N64 and no 3 stars, excuse me. 3 stars for PlayStation as well. Nintendo Power for Game Boy Advance, 3.2 out of 5, and for N64, 8.3 out of 10. And then OPM US it gives PlayStation 4 stars. The Dreamcast, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo 64 versions received mixed or average reviews according to the review aggregation website Metacritic. Nintendo Power said of the N64 version, the multiplayer mode stumbles, while N64 magazine gave it a much harsher description. The multiplayer mazes are viewed from 3/4 angle, and the blurry visuals make it all but impossible to see what's going on. They also continue comparing the tag games as being ruined by the fact that the chaser moves The chasers move twice as fast as the other players. Their final comment on the multiplayer mode was simply terrible. That's something you didn't. That's something you don't necessarily want to hear. In Japan, Famitsu gave the PlayStation version a score of 23 out of 40. Game Informer gave the same console version a favorable review over a month before it was released statewide. No, excuse me, stateside. Chris Charla of Next Gen said of the PlayStation version in its December 2000 issue stated, the maze format makes the game too limited to be the next Ape Escape. But it's definitely worth a look. Later in its January 2001 issue, Daniel Erickson called the N64 version a solid package for just about any gamer. Bad Hair of GamePro said of the PlayStation version with 3 frantic multiplayer modes as well as the original arcade classics, Maze Madness proves the old girl still has life in her. However, Human Tornado said that the Dreamcast version isn't a very strong packed game, but it does have its moments. If you are hungry for some ghosts, it might be worth a trip around the maze. The game was a runner up for the Best Multiplayer Game Award at the official US PlayStation Magazine 2000 Editors Award, which went to Time Splitters. Let's see. Ported to Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast by Mass Media Games and developed on the Game Boy Advance by Full Fact. Published in Europe by Sony Computer Entertainment Europe on the PlayStation and Zoo Digital Publishing on the Game Boy Advance. I'm not even going to read the Japanese stuff. In Electronic Gaming Monthly's review of the Nintendo 64 version, one critic gave a score of 8.5 out of 10, and the rest gave it each a score of 8 out of 10. In Game Fans' viewpoint of the Nintendo 64 version, 3 critics gave it each a score of 81, 82, and 72. In Game Fans' viewpoint of the PlayStation version, three critics gave it each a score of 83, 84, and 80. GamePro gave the PlayStation version 4 out of 5 scores for graphics and control, and 3.5 out of 5 scores for sound and fun factor. And GamePro gave the Dreamcast version 3 out of 5 for graphics, sound, control, and fun factor. All right. Okay. Hang on one second. Yeah, let's get into some gaming news before I even go to where you could watch some stuff. So okay. Since we in July, right? Um since we in July. Okay, so let's see. Starting with the game Stray. The platform is PlayStation, PS5, PS4, PC. This is going to be released July 19th, 2022. Ever wanted a game where you play as a little secret cat? Well, now's your chance. This is Stray, and as the title suggests, you play as a stray kitty exploring a cyberpunk world filled with robots. Because you are because your stature, you'll be able to sneak under cars, clamber over rooftops, and even be a little bit sneaky. Your task is to untangle an ancient mystery to escape this long forgotten city, enlisting the help of a small drone known as B12. Also releasing on the 19th of this month is As Dusk Falls. Um Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PC will be released July 19th, 2012. No, excuse me, 2022. Hold on a second. Okay, As Dusk Falls is an interactive drama with unusual visuals where you explore the lives of two families across 30 years. Their stories will intertwine, and it all kicks off back in 1998 when a robbery goes horribly wrong, unlike Ambulance. Oh man, I had to make that fucking comparison, man. That shit is so wild right now. Yeah, yeah. All be wrong in a small town, Arizona. You'll be in control of their lives and their relationships across two intense books, according to developer Interior Night. Um, oh boy, let's see. 2 Point Campus. Um, um, re- Releasing on August 9th, 2022. PS5, PS4, Xbox X, Xbox One, PC. It's time to design and run your very own college, complete with appropriately whimsical and utterly bonkers classes like night school. Get it? Create your perfect campus, shape the lives of your students on a more personal level than with 2 Point Hospital, and manage its overall success. This game reminds me of Sims a little bit. If you really think about it, though, that shit reminds me of Sims. So because if you really think about it though, man, this is similar to Sims. Real talk though. Real talk. It really does remind me of Sims. So check that out though when it comes out. Okay, Roller Dome. August 16th, 2012. No, excuse me, 2022 of this year. Sorry. Um, PS5, PS4, PC, Roll 7. We've played a lot of skating games before, but we've never seen one quite like this. Roller Dome is set to launch later this year from Roll 7 and Private Division, the team behind the excellent Ali World. Roller Dome is a hybrid shooter skater, a hectic third person shooter on rollerblades, allowing for fluid movement and tricking mechanics amongst all the shaded bloodshed. Roller Dome is undoubtedly one of the most anticipated games of 2022. Also coming out in August, Saints Row. All right. Um, for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PC. Release date is August 23rd of this year. Saints Row is coming back with a complete reboot of the series. You'll be building um, the Saints from the ground up, playing as the boss with a small group of friends just starting out. It'll be your decision that will shape the newly formed gang, and you'll be able to make your mark on the fictional city of Santo um, Aleso by deciding what kind of crime lord you want to be. Drug smuggling, arms running, you decide. This is the Saints' origin story, and you get to tell it your way. All right, let me see. Let me see if there's any more. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute here. Hold on. Hold on. Now there's more games that's coming out too. I forgot. Um, there's some more games that's coming out this month and this and next month. So I'm gonna start with July right here. So let's just go to July. Um, Yeah, we're gonna go to July. So you know what I'm saying. So obviously today is July 1st. Um, so F1 22 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. Let's see if I could get the synopsis for this. Um, yeah, there's no synopsis for this thing. So, um, anyway, there's no synopsis. So anyway, um, next is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, iOS, Android. Comes out today, July 1st. Match Point, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, Nintendo Switch, PC, July 7th. Um, Arcade. Hold on, Arcade Getting, Arcade Getting. Okay. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC comes out July 8th. Also coming out on July 8th is Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. July 8th, Madison, also PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC is also coming out July 8th. And of course, Time on Frog Island, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. Comes out July 12th. Lumancer PC, July 13th. Escape Academy, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and for PC, July 14th. All right. Let me see. All right. Now, all right. Let me see. Um, okay. So, Eyes in the Dark: The Curious Case of One Victoria Bloom for PC comes out July 14th. Rune Factory 5 PC, July 15th. Of course, you want to check that out as well. Let me see the review. Let me see the review on this. So this is crazy. Okay, so some games like The Sims and Animal Crossing draw you in with their comfortable routine, easing you into the mechanics and letting you make the experience your own. The Rune Factory series exemplifies this gameplay style, blending farming, socializing, and dungeon crawling. As someone who has played the franchise since the story of Seasons spin-offs, first entry 15 years ago, I've always loved how the action / RPG captures a sense of discovery, whether it's unearthing a new locale that provides fresh items and monsters to raise or learning more about the eccentric people of the town. There is a satisfying sense of progression in the night in the in it. Well, hold on, night endless options for how to spend days. Rune Factory 5 succeeds in this regard, and in many ways, it is one of the better entries in the series. Unfortunately, some technical issues like horrible frame rate, alongside poorly designed combat and upgrade systems, dilute the experience. Rune Factory 5, the tradition of an amnesiac on plot line to drive the narrative. You mysteriously end up in the town of Rigboth. Oh wow. With no recollection of how you got there. All you know is something's amiss as monsters are invading the land. To search for answers, you take a job as a ranger. This allows you to take on requests from townspeople and go on investigations to suspicious places in hopes of finding your next clue to the greater mysteries at play. Of course, to make an income to live on, you'll need to farm along the way. The plot does its job of getting you in the world and providing twists to keeping you exploring, but it's the townspeople that make the experience. The cast is one of the series' strongest with likable and interesting characters aplenty. They are not as over the top as some past entries, but I was engaged by their personal struggles, like Lucy missing her father, in addition to more comical situations like Riker always wanted to nap. Having character focus quests provides additional layers to their everyday personalities. As an action slash RPG and relationship farming sim, Rune Factory offers a nice variety of ways to spend your time. Focusing on the townspeople can open side adventures and eventually lead you to love. Catering to farming ups your profits quickly, allowing you to upgrade everything from your house size to even the stock available from stores in town. Entering dungeons and besting their bosses often advances the plot, but you can also level up, learn new weapon combos, pick up items for crafting, and tame some monsters to work on your farm or battle with you. The game has an engaging loop, and I never felt like my days were empty, but it dawned on me quickly that many of these systems are just average or subpar in their design. For starters, the combat, while improved from previous entries, is clunky, and the awkward multi button combination abilities don't help. You tap R to dash, but holding it down brings up your magic. The small difference in input is the recipe for disaster you expect. My magic menu came up when I was trying to dodge more times than I like to admit. That being said, I like the number of different weapons available and how they all feel unique, from melee focused boxing gloves to heavy long swords that pack a punch. Using various weapons changed my approach to combat. For instance, with speedy, less stamina depleting dual blades, I could afford to spam attacks and combos, while heavier weapons made me stand back and wait for openings to wail on enemies. Unfortunately, Rune Factory 5 doesn't encourage much experimentation with its different weapons. Players have to level up each weapon's proficiency to learn combos and new attacks, starting back at square one didn't seem worth the effort for me, and I hadn't and I and had I not been trying to get a panoramic view of the game for the purposes of this review, I would have stuck with only one or two weapons the whole game. I enjoy seeing the bosses' cool designs. One personal favorite is a colorful octopus, but fighting them is very humdrum. Bosses are about watching enemy patterns, but I never felt challenged, especially once I brought tamed monsters into the fight. You can also bring villagers you befriend to battle alongside you. They provide powerful team up attacks with your character, but they all start low level and must earn fighting experiences before becoming useful. All my combatants died too quickly for my liking, and I didn't find the grind worth it, so I often left them behind in favor of monsters I tamed. Um, that's the thing about Rune Factory 5. Everything is fueled by gaining levels. On the one hand, this can be satisfying. On the other hand, it can require tedious grinding. It's not just about your combat level. Your cooking, forging, crafting, and chemistry levels also center on this progression system where trying new recipes creates better items, weapons and armor. The only way to unblock recipes is to blindly experiment, buy recipe bread, um, hope an NPC reveals one in random conversation, or receive bread as a quest or festival reward. Once you reach high levels, seeing what you can create becomes really fun. I made a plush monkey shield and could cook everything from a chocolate sponge cake to star shaped hash browns. Yum. Um, though upgrading weapons, armor, or farm tools was too much trial and error for my liking, since you can craft, harvest, forge, uncook, mix potions. You pick up numerous items on any given day. Unfortunately, inventory management is a mess, making this quite the pain. Your backpack can only carry a certain number of items, and I constantly ran out of space. I lost so much time moving items to storage, which I also had to expand constantly. To add insult to injury, the game doesn't automatically group items together when you move them to storage, forcing you to find ones to pair together to save space. Sheesh. Yeah, to save space. Yeah. Even though I got annoyed with my inventory space, it never dulled my love for the exploration and joy of finding new things. From searching bandit hideouts, crystal caverns, lava caves, and more. Every new area is an opportunity, whether it's locating rare items and ores for crafting, finding powerful monsters to tame, or acquiring a new fruit that can be used in a cooking recipe. Every trip you take feels rewarding, even if it's simply to walk around town to discover something new about a villager. Festivals and special events help split up the calendar, and I like their interactivity, making me complete mini tasks like dodging beams and creating my own monster team for a tournament. Sadly, the events are brief, and the rest of the day is lost because villagers just continue to stand around the festival grounds. Having more to them than one main short event would go a long way toward making these celebrations feel worthwhile and impactful. Rune Factory 5 is rough around the edges, but I still love my time with it. Something about how all the parts work together keeps pulling me to it. Even after completing the main story, I'm still playing as I have recipes I haven't unlocked. A romantic journey I'm embarking on, and many upgrades I can still do to the town. And it has, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait. I forgot what it has its flaws. um but Rune Factory 5's enchanting loop of constant progression and discovery helps mitigate a lot of these annoyances so they don't sting so much. Hmm. Yes. Hold on. All right. All right. So usually I go to stream choices on the go, but because this is the 4th of July weekend, I like to provide some locations where you can actually check out some fireworks and stuff, performances, whatever it is. Um, so yeah, and this is for the people that are in the five boroughs and of course the Long Islanders of Long Island, Nassau County. So of course today is July 1st actually, and some people in New Jersey, of course already having the fireworks at Alvin P. Williams Memorial Park in Woodbridge Township, New Jersey. On Monday, July 4th, 12:10 p. Hold on, 12 to 10 p.m. Daytime festivities, live music, food trucks, and night market, followed by fireworks at 9:30 p.m. in Jersey City, New Jersey. Music artists include Flow Rider, um, Funk Flex, and DJ Diesel. Um, 7:30 to 10 p.m. concert, followed by fireworks in Terrytown, New York at 2:30 to 240. No, hold on, 230-240 West Main Street. 9:15 p.m. fireworks at West Orange High School, 51 Conforti Avenue, West Orange, New Jersey. 9:25 p.m. Macy's 4th of July fireworks along the East River, um, along the East River actually. So, and 9:20, and you should check out the street closure information as well. Um, and 9:25 p.m. Roosevelt Island 4th of July fireworks celebration, entry will not be permitted after 9 p.m. Damn. And also for you Long Islanders out there, you can check out the fireworks at 9:30 at Jones Beach State Park on Long Island, and 10 p.m. Um, fireworks on Coney Island, Brooklyn. Okay, I got more. I got more. I got more actually. Hold on. I got more. Okay, so on Monday, July 4th, 3 p.m. 4th of July rooftop party. Of course, the harbor is in Manhattan, New York. Of course, 4th of July family fireworks cruise, Independence Day, 2022, Cabana Yacht, Monday, July 4th, 6 p.m. and Cabana Yacht Skyport Marina, New York, New York, starts at $235. Um, of course, there's an outdoor dance party, July 4th. Um, Eli Escobar, Miss Alicia David Kiss. This is under the K Bridge Park in Brooklyn, New York. Um, obviously, okay, so yeah, obviously, I would say DJ Self. Um, so DJ Self already has a reggae versus trap July 4th weekend Taj. So this is already starting already at Taj 2 Lounge and Event Space, New York, New York. I'm not even gonna really anyway. Um so we have the 4th of July Independence Day Family Fireworks Cruise 2022 Avalon Yacht. Of course I already said that. $2,500. Avalon Yacht, Skyport Marina, New York, New York. Okay. Um, yeah. And let me see. So we also have the 4th of July fireworks yacht cruise NYC Mega Lux Infinity Yacht 40 no excuse me Pier 40 hornblower cruises and events. New York, New York starts at $199.95. Um, a, so a toast to freedom, July 4th cruise, Skyport Marina, New York, New York starts at $60. And for July 3rd, Summer Splash Yacht Party, July 4th weekend, Cabana Yacht, New York, New York. starts at $44.99. Um, yeah, so many boat rides, man. Like, damn, so many boat rides and stuff. Anyway, man, I got more stuff to get to. So let's see. Um, so the obviously the Macy's 4th of July. Obviously, let's read more to it. All right, so the Macy's 4th of July fireworks show starts at 9:25 p.m. Over 65,000 shells, almost 2,000 per minute, are launched off 5 different barges on the East River. The extravaganza lasts 25 minutes and features, according to Macy's itself, dozens of colors and shapes, creating dramatic effects. A mile across the river and from 1,000 feet in the air to the water's edge. This year, look out for whistling jellyfish, little snakes, blinking smiley face, swimming, um, swimming, sil- swimming chrysan, chrysanthemums, and much more shapes. So, who's going to be performing? Expect to hear the Star Spangled Banner from the United States Army Field Band and Soldiers Chorus, the Young People's Chorus of New York City, and the Community Baptist Church of Inglewood Choir will sing during the fireworks show. Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand will be performed by the Young People's Chorus of New York City. To hear it, tune into 1010 Wins as the fireworks begin, or you can watch it on TV, which is what is it? What is it? NBC, I think. I think it's NBC. I'm not too sure. Um, Celebrity performances for live TV coverages on Peacock. Oh yeah, Peacock include Brett Eldridge, Carly Pierce, Pitbull, and the cast of Freestyle Love Supreme and Moulin Rouge. It begins at 8 p.m. So the 4th of July fireworks, they'll be launched in the East River, centered around Midtown Manhattan. Best places to watch the 4th of July fireworks. Of course, there's the FDR Drive in Manhattan at East 42nd Street, East 34th Street, and East 23rd Street. Transmitter Park, Bushwick Inlet Park, and Marshall P. Johnson State Park in Brooklyn. Gantry State Park. Hold on. Gantry Plaza State Park in Long Island City, Queens, New York. Avoid areas such as Brooklyn Bridge Park, Brooklyn Heights Promenade, Brooklyn Grand Ferry Park, Domino Park, Queens Hunters Point, South Park, and Roosevelt Island. Um, all right, and of course, the South Street, the Seaport Beach Fest. Yes, so head out for a weekend of music and celebrations from Fulton Street to Pier 17 in the Seaport, Friday to just today, July 1st to Monday, July 4th. The neighborhood will be hosting festivities from live music performances to pop up bars and food trucks and a larger than life sand beach. The 120 square foot beach between Piers 16 and 17 will offer lounge chairs, umbrellas, and sand toys, as well as rotating food trucks from some of New York's hottest establishments and pop up bars with festive liberations. Of course, bars are only on Saturday and Sunday. Hold on. All right. Shout out to Oh Yeah Natalie from the least favorite podcast. If you haven't seen any of her episodes or whatever, you can check it out on streaming platforms and of course YouTube as well. So, let's keep going with the locations, shall we? There will be also a beachside main stage with performances all weekend long from local up and coming talent, New York City's best buskers, and a series of tribute bands singing summer beach tunes, including Walshy Fire of Major Lazer Sunday, July 3rd at 7 p.m. and Eli Escobar already today, so I'm not even gonna really mention today's date, as well as Jimmy Kenny and the Pirate Beach band Sarah Ontaneda, Endless Summer, and NYC Basketball. What the hell is a basketball? On Fulton Street, you'll be able to enjoy the neighborhood's newest concept bar, McKee Makitiki, where there will be live music throughout the weekend, bar snacks, and tropical style cocktails. The Seaport will also debut a sculpture from world renowned sand sculptor John Goldie, a retired New Jersey firefighter who has been sculpting from sand for more than 30 years. Visitors can watch Goldie create the sculpture live on Fulton and South Streets starting Wednesday, June already started June 29th. The sculpture will be up through July 4th. Manhattan by Sale, the Seaport's newest edition, will be offering a family friendly 45-minute sale along the East River on Saturday, July 2nd. Tickets are $5 per person and all ages are welcome. All public events will be free to attend. Let me see this shit. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Yeah, so it's free. Here we go. There you go. Of course, obviously the Nathan Hot Dog Eating Contest Guide. Okay, hold on to your guts. Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest 2022 is upon us, of course. During the competition, which is now more than 100 years old, Frankfurter eating legends raced the clock and chowed down on as many Nathan's famous dogs and buns they can swallow in 10 minutes. They certainly one of the best beloved traditions and best New York City events in July. So here's everything you need to know about watching and entering the competition. You won't want to miss a single bite. Let's take a look at this. Um, let's take a look at this though. What is Nathan's hot dog eating contest? Okay, you might question the amount of athleticism needed to swallow a bunch of wieners. Oh shit. But Nathan's hot dog eating contest is one of the most unique sporting competitions in the world. You can even watch the race live on ESPN. Folks will gather to watch the top female and male eaters try to swallow as many franks as possible within 10 minutes. The prize, apart from a free meal, eternal glory, and a $40,000 prize purse containing a big shiny trophy and a bejeweled mustard belt. The race of legends goes down on Independence Day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Where's the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest? Watch the glorious event at Nathan's flagship restaurant, which is located at 1310 Surf Avenue in Brooklyn, on the corner of Stillwell Avenue and Coney Island, Brooklyn. Who is competing at Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, you ask? World champion Joey Chestnut of Indianapolis will return, and the number one ranked female eater, Miki Sudo, who the last year was 9 months pregnant and could not compete, will return in the bid to regain her title. At last year's event, Chestnut consumed 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, beating Jeffrey Asper. who finished in second place, and Nick we Way Wary, who finished third. Michelle Lesko of Tucson, Arizona, won the women's contest last year by eating 30.75 hot dogs and buns. She would defend her title against Sudo, whose personal best is 48.5 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Okay, the schedule for Nathan's hot dog eating contest goes like this. 10 a.m. is the pre-show festivities, including musical and dance performances. 11 a.m. women's contest. 12:30 p.m. men's contest. How can I participate in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest? You have to register for Nathan's famous qualifying event. The top male and female finishers will secure their spot to compete in the Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest at Coney Island. For more information on how to register, of course, you can visit the Major League Eating website to sign up. How do I get there? Of course, you could to get there. You could take the D, the F, N, and Q to Stillwell Avenue Station. Um, via Manhattan Express Bus Express 28, Bensonhurst Midtown Express, Bensonhurst Midtown. Um, of course, obviously, you can watch it. Like I said, you can watch it on ESPN. So ESPN will start broadcasting at 10:45 a.m. The women's competition coverage will begin at 10:45 a.m. and will be telecast on ESPN 3 and ESPN. Hold on, ESPN News. The men's competition coverage will begin at noon and will be telecast live on ESPN3 and ESPN News. It will re-air on ESPN2 at 4 p.m. All right, so there you go right there. The day party at Coney Island Art Walls. Okay, so celebrate Independence Day at the Coney Island Art Walls, 3050 Stillwell Avenue, which will have live music performances and a rotation of DJs spinning throughout the day. Meat Mill will headline the show this year, along with sets from DJ Spade and DJ Chase B. There will be show-stopping fireworks to follow the event, which is 18 and up, and will go from 3 p.m. to midnight on July 4th. Food and drinks will be available to purchase on site from a range of vendors. The tickets begin at $39. Yeah, $39, right? So let's see. Obviously, already, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, though. Okay. Okay, so this July 4th, the day party presents Meat Mill performing live and a special 1 hour DJ set by Cactus Jack. Meat Mill and Grammy nominated artist headlines the show. And as recently announced, joining him as Cactus Jack for a rare DJ set appearance. The resident DJ Spade, along with Chase B and performing artists Keita the Great, Amani White, Miles Hardeman, Journey Montana, Brick House NYC, and Leia round out the Independence Day lineup. As the evening comes to a close, guests will be able to enjoy an exclusive view of the Coney Island fireworks. There you go. There you go, right there. Wait a minute here. Yeah. All right, so restaurant specials. Yes, the Dutch. Enjoy an all-day cookout on July 4th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. featuring cheddar-filled corn dogs, sticky pork ribs, lobster rolls, festive cocktails, plus sidewalk games including cornhole, piñata, and more. The Lore Lee Beer Gardens Margarita Beach Club, of course, is 7 Rivington Street. The Dutch is located on 131 Sullivan Street. One of the largest outdoor beer gardens in the city, Lorley's backyard space will become a beach haven with a tropical plant and floral wall, large tent to keep things cool, and a lifeguard tower from Montauk Brewery, perfect for a beachy photo op. The street patio will be converted into a beach cabana with white drapes and teal and white striped bench cushions. Try out its new unicorn frozen margarita, an ocean blue frozen margarita, and with a pineapple wedge, cherry, and umbrellas served in an inflatable unicorn, or one of its mango um habanero coconut and pineapple margaritas on the rocks, and Espolin margarita on draft, or pick from a selection of 10 tequilas and mezcals for a custom margarita. For non a gave option, try the Froze Flamingo. Celebrations start at noon with brunch from noon to 4 p.m. Hold on a minute here. All right, so King David Tacos, located 611 Bergen Street, will offer its new Tex-Mex menu all day. Pop by from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. for a make-your-own taco platter, nachos, supreme, a crisp Brooklyn-made Sunday lager, and more. The menu will also be available during usual weekend hours, Thursday through Sunday, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. El Carto Toppers Bar and Restaurant, 613 Ninth Avenue. Specials for the 4th of July weekend are priced from $30 to $55. It'll be closed on Monday. Entry specials include a choice of seafood, rice, and base filet, $30. Filet Cartagena, fried, fried strip fillet topped with a homemade red sauce, and shrimp served with rice and fried cassava, $35. And a parillada for two. A well packed meal for two consisting of pork chops, chicken breast, skirt steak, shrimp, and Colombian chorizo, served with fried yuca, french fries, yellow rice, and black beans for $55. Bear donut. Bear donut. Oh shit. 40 West 31st Street will be crafted a red, white, and blue commemorative donut for the holiday, and with a purchase of a small box composed of four donuts, an additional free donut will be added. This offer and specialty donut are available July 2nd and 3rd only, as Bear Donut is closed on the 4th of July. Celestine, 1 John Street. Dine on Celestine's gorgeous patio for the East River overlooking the Manhattan skyline bridges, and while enjoying a specialty cocktail, there will be two windows for seating. 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. $85 per person for the fixed menu. Beverages will be charged upon consumption. 8:15 p.m. to close. $100 per person for the pre-fixed menu. Beverages will be charged upon consumption. Children 12 and under, $50 per person all evening. Of course, yes, Coney Island 4th of July fireworks. Of course, head down to Coney Island Beach on Fridays between now and August 25th to catch a spectacular fireworks display. The Alliance for Coney Island presents its Friday night fireworks each week to light up the sky. The best seat in the house in on a ride at Luna Park or on Dino's Wonder Wheel. The free show begins at 9:45 p.m. All right, so yeah, it's free. So you can go to the website allianceforconeyisland.org for more information. And of course, Edge 4th of July celebration. Here we go. So Edge, the highest outdoor sky deck in New York City, is throwing an exclusive 4th of July celebration that'll give unparalleled views of the Macy's, Coney Island, and Jersey City fireworks shows from 7 p.m. to midnight. Tickets will give you private access to Edge's indoor and outdoor viewing areas with its thrilling glass floor, angled glass walls, and skyline steps, and include two glasses of champagne available for guests 21 years and older, as well as unlimited popcorn and gourmet corn dog. It will be, no, excuse me, there will also be a chance to take part in City Climb, the highest open air building accent in the world, starting at 7:45 p.m. Okay, let's check this out right here. And I think it is located um it is located at 30 Hudson Yards, New York, 10001. Of course, $250 per person, $185 for City Climb. And you can go to their website, Hudson Yard, Hudson Yards, New York.com/discover edge groups at Hudson Yards, New York.com. So there you go, right there. Of course, Manhattan's Manhattan Sky High 4th of July. Of course, celebrate 60 floors up with sweeping reviews, barbecue favorites, and plenty of bubbly to go around at Manhattan. A $250 ticket includes front row floor to ceiling views of the East River fireworks, live DJ entertainment, pass bites and boards, oysters and champagne, 4th of July barbecue spread, pass desserts, and an open bar inclusive of 5 specialty cocktails, spirits, and beer and wine by the glass. Of course, this is, let me get the location if I could find it. Hold on. If I can find the location, let me just find out for y'all. Hold on, man. What is this? What is this? Um. Okay, I don't know where this is located, but it's not saying. Wait a minute here. So, where is this located? It's not saying where it is, but um. So, so the bar of Manhattan is located at 28 Liberty Street, 60th floor, New York, New York, 10005. And of course, to get contact, you can reach at 1212-230-5788, or you go to the website www.manhattanrestaurant.com. So you can figure out where you could book your tables and all that other good stuff. Rooftop at Exchange Place. Um, get on get unobstructed views of the Jersey City July 4th fireworks show over the Hudson River fireworks display. Of course, famous by the famous Gucci family from this beautiful rooftop. The first seating is from 4 to 7 p.m. Has a special 4th of July menu, but the second seating, 7 to 11, includes a variety of VIP packages ranging in price from $150 $150 to $300 per person, and includes bottles or glasses of champagne, indoor or outdoor seating, and cabanas for groups of 6 or more. There's also a walk-in standing room at the bar option for $50 per person cover charge. Guests can enjoy the new menu, which offers an indulgent baked crab fondue, house favorite, RXP Burger, Savory Tuscan, Kale Caesar, Cheeky Bikini Sandwich, Signature Cast Iron Cookie, and more. There's also a fireworks seating on the terrace for $150 per person, which includes a three-course prix meal and one glass of wine champagne per person. With floor-to-ceiling windows, you will have unobstructed viewing of the fireworks overlooking the Hudson River. And I will look up the location so you can get an idea. I'll look up the location if I can find it. Okay, so this is in New Jersey. This is for the New Jersey people out there. So one Exchange Place, Jersey City, New Jersey. And this is Jersey City, of course. So yeah, there it is right there, man. By the way, in case you're wondering, the website that I'm using, it's called timeout.com/New York. All right. This is where I'm actually trying to let you folks know out there that's looking for something fun to do. You know what I'm saying? So I figured I'd just do that. For you folks out there though, you know what I mean? Um Let me see if there's any more. If there's any more that we can actually get to. I don't know exactly, but let's see. Well, for now, I think that's it, man. I think that's it for the show right here. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm actually was trying to actually look up some locations for you folks out there that's looking for something fun to do on the 4th of July weekend. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can find more for you folks out there. Hold on. Hold on. There should be more. Hold on. There should be more I could look for. Let me see. Shit. Um, and as far as like musical performances, I'm not too sure, but let me see. Um, okay, 10 stuff to do. So this is for New Jersey. Yeah, this is for New Jersey people. Let me see. I'm not sure exactly, but let me see. Shit. Anyway, in New Jersey, I know there's parades. I know there's parades and stuff, but let me see. Let me see something. 18 things to do. There's some. Well, wait. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I hope I didn't miss any particular dates. I want to make sure I covered. I already covered the Nathans. I already covered all that stuff right there. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Let's see. Let's see. Of course, let me see. Let me see. All right, so I found something interesting right here. What what's more typical than enjoying the 4th of July by having a barbecue in a park? Lucky for you, New York City is a home to numerous beautiful parks that let you escape the bustling city life. For you, that means sunshine, super delicious food, and a splendid time. If you want If you still want to be around people, head to Sheep Meadow in Central Park to join many others having their barbecues. This is your chance. Grilling and barbecuing in Central Park is only allowed 3 days a year on Memorial Day, the 4th of July, and Labor Day. Just note that the use of propane gas is strictly prohibited. Unfortunately, you gotta use charcoal, folks. You gotta use charcoal. If you are only visiting New York, and looking to buy a reasonably priced grill, you should head to Best Buy. You can get a small portable grill for about $35. Everything you want to put onto the grill can be bought at the supermarket. For example, Whole Foods. You will find the closest Whole Foods to Sheet Metals at 10 Columbus Circle. Let's see. As far as like some other stuff, let's see. Of course, obviously, Coney Island and Brighton Beach. To escape the bustling city life even more, you should head to the beach as most New Yorkers do. Manhattan will soon have its first beach at Hudson River Park. Until then, and because of New York's murky waters, the best option is to ride the subway to Coney Island. Besides just swimming, sunbathing, and relaxing at the beach, you can also spend some time at Luna Park or watch the annual hot dog eating contest at Nathan's Famous, especially if you are traveling as a family. Spending the 4th of July in NYC at the beach may be the preferred option for your kids. Okay. Um, yeah. And how to get there, actually. Yes, how to get there actually is obviously the D, F, N, and Q trains. All right. That'll take you to Coney Island Stillwell Avenue Station, which is the last stop. There you go. So, yes, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things. Okay, there's like 5 things to do at Coney Island and Brighton Beach. So there's Luna Park, Coney Island Boardwalk, there's Brighton Beach, Coney Island Museum, and Nathan's Famous. Okay, so let's see, and and what else? And of course, there's some there's some places for you to eat. Of course, I already covered some of the stuff. Whatever spots I don't cover, I'll try to cover that in tomorrow's show, off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast, right? And I think I'm going to actually hold on. I think I'm going to actually wrap this up because I have to get ready for work. So let me just wrap this up right now. Um, I'll look up some more locations for you folks out there for the 4th of July, and I'll try to actually bring it to you on my other show, Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast tomorrow night. So, so listen, man. This was a great show. This was a great episode 69. We did a little laugh. Our last segment of the night will be the stream choices on the go. Let's do this. You like what you heard in today's episode or any previous episodes whatsoever, feel free to show some love by following Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast on Instagram, alongside with Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with myself, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turn on your notifications for updates and when the episodes are going to be dropping, especially if it's on YouTube. And of course, look out for where it's which days is going to be on streaming platforms, like Tuesdays and Saturdays, most likely. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't thought about doing it 3 times a week, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to do it that way. So I'm just going to keep it at 2 days a week. So for now, and And yeah, bet. So um all right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to and listen, if you're on the gram and you have any idea and you don't have any ideas of where you can listen to the episodes and stuff, I got you. Don't worry. Um, I got you. So of course you can leave a voice message on. You go also leave a voice message on Anchor .fm/ Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Um, excuse me, Meticulous Vibe Juice pod. Um, yeah, you can leave a voice message on some questions and some thoughts and talks on what you thought about today's review topics and all that other good stuff. And if you have any ideas on some music artists, singers, rappers, video games, um, podcast shows you want me to review, alongside with some movies and TV shows, um, feel free to leave a voice message about that too. So there you go, right there. And speaking of Anchor, you can also listen to the episodes on Anchor right here. So there's Anchor, there's Audible, there's Audacity, there's Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts. Um,
We are also on Radio Public. You can also leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and of course, Spotify as well. It'll be appreciated. And of course, iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasts. And of course, you can make sure you follow my other shows, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and of course, Off the Meat Rat Chains New York podcast is also on iHeartRadio's radio as well. So make sure you follow those two shows, and including this show right here, that's on iHeartRadio as well. And lastly, YouTube. Make sure you grab the subscribe button and tap the noti bell so you can be reminded on when the show goes in the air via live stream. And of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes that was discussed as far as like the review topics. And stay tuned for more video contents, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Share the episodes, share the videos. Tell a friend to another friend, spread the word, and of course, make sure you download these episodes, share the episodes, share the videos. Make sure you stream, listen, um, share the episodes. Make sure you basically share the podcast along with your husbands, friends, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, your friends, and the people that you're cool with. All right. So, yeah, there you go, right there. Um. All right. So, like I always say, um, the grind does not stop. Hard work pays off. Trust the process because not everything is built in a day. It takes time. And don't let anybody stop you from accomplishing your goals and dreams, whatever career field it is. If it's podcasting, like myself, um, and radio personality, or whatever career field you're into, don't let anybody stop you just because um, you, just because your parents don't support you. That doesn't mean you don't have outside people to morally support you. So there you go, right there. Um, And of course, I hope you folks out there enjoyed the rest of your 4th of July weekend. And of course, Of course, have a good time. Look for some fun activities, some fun places to go, and all other stuff. Now, in case you don't know the locations, I suggest you look up the locations, how to get there. If you're driving and if you're going by train or whatever, look up the locations for yourselves that I just mentioned in this show right here. I got you covered with the rest on my other show, Off the Meat Rack Chains New York podcast. So stay tuned for that right there. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me on episode 69, titled Someone Here Called an Ambulance. All right. And yeah, I had a blast, man. And I'm pretty sure you folks out there are trying to get ready for your 4th of July weekend. I hope y'all have fun. Be careful out there, be safe. And yeah, and I got you with the other locations of for the 4th of July weekend. So yeah. So yeah. Um Peace and one love. Make sure you be careful out there, have fun, and of course enjoy the rest of your 4th of July weekend and have yourselves a good night. I'm off this shit right now. Good night, folks.